the time has come, the walrus said.
This is Planet Automation, and it is by far the hardest planet in the game so far. I really don't like this first level. The second level's not terrible, but... Anyway, let me just explain. There's a lot of gimmicks with the stage itself moving around you. Like, for example, every time we use the grab button here, all of these little platforms we're supposed to use will change. So we have to do kind of a smart, thinking ahead sort of strategy. And we can learn the patterns just by spamming grab, like we know this is going to come up now. Never mind, the patterns are kind of strange. Oh, and we have what seems to be more ice mechanics of sorts with these little techno things. I like the little music, how it kind of has a solid rhythm to it, but yeah, this world is not my favorite by any means. I suppose it's the last real kind of world, so they wanted to give it some unique mechanics, including these boots here, which give us the ability to swim in air. But only for a moment. That ability to swim is slowly starting to sink, so we need to swim through on by... It's kind of a weird moment, gotta be honest. I'm not a huge fan of this mechanic either. It's not very visually, well, intuitive, I should say. But at the very least, it makes use of those weird lightning shoes that Ristar's always had. Wasn't that kind of strange? I think that's based on one of his original concept names, before he was Ristar. So you notice there's a peak of how high we can swim, right about here, when we start to swim up like so. In this area, we need to climb up the wall. That spring guy is making that a bit difficult for us. There we are. Now get the little ones that split off. Alright, and now we can just cheese our way up the wall like so. And we need that enemy alive to get over here. And this is just a little bonus game we can do. I'm not sure if that's how you're intended to do that area, but it's just how I do it anyway. And this area focuses on the kind of bouncy drum mechanic. We gotta get to the other side of this massive pillar, in a limited time, of course. We also gotta make sure we use Ristar's grab to safely descend without bouncing to areas we don't want to. Where we go, and there we are. And just like that. Oh god. There we are. We got ourselves this little bonus scepter of sorts. Kinda reminds me of Sailor Moon, I don't know why. This next area, the first time I played this, I had to look up a video of someone beating this level to see how you got past it, and I will never forget that kind of strange method, which is you gotta get past these spikes and then immediately start smashing yourself into the wall again. With all the air swimming going on in this level, there's probably some other way to do this, but this is just how I learned. And that's that. And now we're on to another area. What do we got? Ooh, that'll do nicely. We got these little, oh dear. We got these swinging kind of things that are, well, particularly meant for swinging. Unlike the enemies who kind of want to survive as well. But you just gotta go kind of back and forth on these. Oh boy, that's not good. Go, go, go! Oh no, do you telling me I gotta redo it all? No! Oh! Okay. We're fine, and now we burst through here to a mini-boss of sorts. This is an onslaught of these regular orb enemies, only... Well, there's a center one kind of controlling it all. At the very least, we don't have to redo that weird spike bit anymore. We just kind of spawn right here, and we can give it another go. We got plenty of lives too, by the way, so I'm not worried about getting a game over at any point. But as you can see, the formation is random. Well, okay, not random. There's a set number of formations that they'll take. So you just gotta be very, very ready. And once you hit that center one, they'll move on to another formation, changing color each time. This formation's my least favorite, just because the angle at which they come at you is kind of random and hard to read. Whereas most of the other ones are pretty simple and standard. Like this one, for example, where they just kind of go in a, well, a weird DNA shape of sorts. It's honestly hard for me to understand what enemies are real and there, but usually I can just get by grabbing and hoping for the best, really. You do not need to destroy all the little ones to eventually get a shot at the big guy. It's just, that kind of helping sometimes. We have the wheel again. Oh god, it got really fast. Okay. Let's give it another go. This guy takes a lot more hits than I thought he would. Oh boy. That's not good. That's not good for me. There we go. Got the hit right away. I forget how many hits it is exactly. This might take a little moment. Oh, okay. Apparently just targeting the main one over and over again is really the ideal thing to do. Oh, come on, that wasn't him. That's why this phase is honestly the worst, because he waits the whole time to come at you. There we are. At the very least, you kind of get the idea as to where he's going to go based on where all the other ones went. So we score the final hit, and we are, I believe, done with the first level of Planet Automation. So, let's end it with a real high score, Ristar. You can do this. 8,000, not bad. I didn't take much time to compliment the background there, but I like a lot of the glowing stuff there, and a lot of the mechanical bits. Even though, again, this is by no means my favorite planet in the game, and this level is a bit of a problem. Very, very long and challenging. Some enemy encounters like this one here, where it's just a little bit of a arena of sorts before we can continue on. And every time we gotta progress by putting this crystal in this square and taking the teleporter route. There's a lot of interesting ideas here, like this platform here, which we actually get to move around, kind of like it's Mario 3, teleporting on. There's gonna be a lot of rooms in this level of just teleporting back and forth. And a lot of repeated assets, although they're interesting for the first time, like going into the background here. That's always neat. Doesn't last very long, and there's not a lot to it, but it's there, I guess. We have a room where we gotta use a spinner here. There we are. There's some health refills along the way. I mean, it's your standard kind of endgame gauntlet, you know. Lots of enemies, lots of mini-bosses, like this guy right here, actually. We just kind of push him back by hitting him in whatever his weak spot happens to be, which I don't quite understand that well, gonna be honest. It seems like the stomach, but then sometimes it's the eyes. It's also difficult to kind of gauge where you grab based on, well, Ristar's timing and him going up and down the whole fight. But there we go, we got him anyway. From now on, it's just kind of repeating assets from the previous rooms we've already done at this point. I mean, we have another one of these bits where we're just taking a platform to the end, and I might as well just get these all going out of the way. And this is a weird moment where we have to kind of peel the corners off of these little open bits, and we gotta find the crystal to put in there. I don't remember where it is exactly. Oh god, not you. Oh, wait a minute, it was in that one. It was just more hidden behind the peel, I guess. Anyway, let's continue on. I remember this room, we need to get really, really high up there. So we want to go straight up at the height of this whole thing. Oh, not quite. We can just go take the bottom path, but I want to get the top path. It might be more fun. There we are, made it. And up here we have... Is this more health or something? Oh, it's a life, okay. I'll take it. This level does go on for a little while. Ooh, forgot about these guys. Also, my computer is gonna go to sleep in a minute. Where was I? We have these guys who are firing projectiles, and as soon as we hit them, they start immediately walking forward, so we kinda want to get out of their way. They're an aggressive bunch. Not a huge fan of them, to be honest. We gotta burst through this wall, and just use the spinner to save ourselves from the onslaught of these guys, I guess. There hasn't been really many instances in the game where we've done something like this, but I guess we'll do it now. I think we're coming up on the end of the level. I hope we are, honestly. It goes on a little while. Oh, is this a health refill? It's not even close to done, is it? Here, let's go ahead and... I'm gonna try to make it up here. No. There we go. Look at me go. Oh, God. We need to get way up here. Okay. Maybe we can do it just climbing like this desperately. Maybe. There's a teleporter up here. Oh, God. Okay. Nice catch, Ristar. Ah, yes, the bonus game. What would we do without you? Well, I guess we just play the game like normal. There's not much else to it other than, well, these bonus games, I guess. This bonus stage is flat out ridiculous. You just gotta kind of bounce your way up. I've never done it successfully, and yeah, you just gotta reach up there. It's such a pain. There's momentum from this little slope. There's... Oh, changing up how you grab, that helps. But now at this point, we don't have quite enough time to make it, I don't think. At least we'll be on a very tight schedule. Oh, God. There we are. Oh, God, there's not enough time. Oh, God. 10 seconds. Oh. Oh, didn't make it. That's the first bonus stage we absolutely failed, although we didn't even get to all the other ones, so that's fine. But that's that, you know, what are you gonna do? Oh god. I refuse to deal with you rocket people. Oh, there we go. And the end of the stage is right here. Uranium Power. And you can clearly see on the map there's a couple other things over there that, points of interest I should say. But no, this is like the final stretch of the game. And also, yeah, he's throwing stuff at us through the TVs. How about that? Well, not through the TVs, but he's broadcasting it through the TVs. This fight is a pure brawl. We just gotta beat him up a lot. And then eventually, once we do, this claw will come after us, and we need to go the claw into hitting him. Like so. After a little while, we'll take him down. Although, because of our iframes when we're grabbing and smashing our head into people, we can just kind of reliably do that for most of this fight. Things can get a little complicated, especially when it does like that fist attack, for example, or the slide attack. But now we're also respawning past the TV, so we don't have to deal with that attack. Things get a lot easier as you go on in this fight. All the colors he changed are interesting. It's not just like a typical kind of dying enemy where they turn maybe more red or a darker color, lighter color, something simple like that. He turns like every color of the rainbow, I swear. Also, he flat out charges a Hadouken here. You can't tell me otherwise. That guy controlling him in the back has some maniacal hands. Never before in a video game have I seen such maniacal hands in my life, I'm telling you. And down he goes, just like that. Once he's taken care of, that little guy in there is gonna get away. Ristar takes note of this, although he leaves with that robot guy as well. What are you gonna do, Ristar? It's time to carry on to face on that little guy in the ship. As we shoot off here, we're clearly chasing after that enemy. We need to get them. We need to... We finished automation, but we're not done yet. Look at them in the cutscene and everything, too. That's pretty good. And we chase them all the way down to this completely dark planet. Huh. No, I'm not ending the part there and moving over to another part. We're gonna end this here and now. We have this short little kind of climbing sequence as we're trying to get up to that enemy we're chasing down. And eventually the leader of all the greedy himself. The background's so mechanical, it gives you the idea that this kind of alien race that we're dealing with is a bit more advanced than you'd think. They know what they're doing, even though they may seem mindless and evil. They're definitely a threat. And you can really tell in this boss fight here where we're trapped with an electric door and we need to take on that little guy who was in the hidden area before in his own little mecha suit. Another fight where we really need to use our own invincibility frames because of all the projectiles coming at us, from boomerangs, lasers like that, his own laser, which he shoots. Your invincibility frames are your savior in this fight, I'm telling you. There's not a lot else to the fight, honestly. It's a barrage of projectiles. I think he'll try to move forward to get you into the electric laser door on the other side, but we're a bit of a ways away from there right now. And well, he's not doing too well, let's just say. Down he goes. But we're not done yet. Let's carry on, Ristar. Through this tube thing. Talk about an intimidating kind of character. Look at him just sitting on his throne like a badass. He starts out the fight by sending a bunch of these little enemy orbs at us, who make similar sound effects to Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm sorry, I keep doing that. And then once those are taken care of, he's in the mix. He'll be flying around, shooting different enemies at us like so. Most of the time he's going to be invulnerable and teleporting. He really reminds me of how Dracula worked in the original Castlevania, only a bit more floaty, which is appropriate for a game like this. We gotta be careful about those enemies he drops every time we hit him. Or the ones he intentionally sends down on us, like so. Doesn't seem we can quite reach him from there. I'm not too familiar with this fight, to be honest. I've only beaten this game once before. But I remember one area where it gets incredibly difficult, and I remember one important strategy to keep in mind for avoiding one of his attacks. I think this is it here, yeah. He's gonna create that sort of portal. We need to hang on to this enemy for dear life. And, oh, never mind. If another one spawns on us, we let go of the one we're holding and grab onto that one. That's something to keep in mind as well. I don't remember exactly how many hits it takes, but, you know, however many it takes, I'll go for him. Oh god, I bounced right into that guy. Look at the jukin'. Look at your boy jukin'. Oh wait, hold on. Stay steady. This boss theme is a bit inconsistent, I will say that. It's like kind of all over the place at times. Now he's gonna attempt to quickly shoot lightning at us, which is not easy to avoid, I might say. You really have to be moving right as he's doing it to get out of the way of it. Oh god. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Send me an enemy, please. It's too far away! Ah! And without the death animation or anything, we're just gone. That's the kind of brutalness that black hole attack has. There we are. Oh, wait. I shouldn't have killed those guys. I regret everything. You've saved me. There we are, grabbing him all the way up there. Oh god, my skeleton! Ooh, look at that! Ending it right there. Nice job, Ristar. Greed is defeated. He's exploding into himself. He didn't really change much. But this whole place is apparently gonna blow. Or be sucked into a black hole? I don't remember this ending too well, I'm gonna be honest. I'm just in for the ride. There go Greedy and his forces, trying to get away from all this. And Ristar, I think it's time to leave. And... ooh, it like implodes on itself. That's kind of badass. And just like that, we're on to the credits. And we get to see cute little interpretations of Ristar and all the previous bosses in a way, where now he's good friends with them and everything. But yeah, that is Ristar on the Sega Genesis, and you can tell the developers of this really just went out and said, let's look at all the 2D platformers we can. Let's look at all the examples out there, all the best examples, and let's try to pull what we can to make a great game out of this. They wanted charm, they wanted good graphics and music, and they wanted to be creative, which I think they accomplished with flying colors. This is a really underrated Sega gem that I highly recommend. Yeah, well, it's not absolutely stellar, like there's no 100% completion, there's no bonus content, there's no other modes or two-player. It's just fun. I understand that's kind of why it didn't have a lot of success. It didn't have any sequels, all it got was a Game Gear port, because this came out in 1995. Like, the PS1 was already about to be out, same with the Sega Saturn, Nintendo 64 was just a year away, and gaming was about to take a huge transition into 3D platformers like Mario 64, Crash Bandicoot. In fact, we're about to do that on the channel come next year. But in the meantime, for this game, it's still fun to go back to, nonetheless. And I highly recommend playing it on the Nintendo Switch when it comes. And look at that solar system go, I love it. That's gotta be one of my favorite kind of credits backgrounds in any game. I suppose this means the background here will have to go. I gotta say, I like the lighting. I kind of changed up where I aim the lights more to the side instead of directly on me or the background. I think it worked out alright. The colors are a bit muted, but I look fine, I think. And because of this whole background element here for the Let's Play, I haven't recorded any other videos. All I've done is that one stream, the Lego building stream, on my Twitch channel, where you could see it in the background, but I haven't had the chance to record any more Super Metroid or another series I have coming up, Castlevania Bloodlines. But in the meantime, I'm just glad I got the chance to play this game and show it to you guys, and I'm glad I got to do a little space-themed adventure, you know, and wear this tie. I like this tie. But we got our score, and at the very end here, we got a thank you by PJ Ristar? PJ Ristar, huh? And we get introduced to... Dad! Ristar's father, who has lightning bolt gloves, just like Ristar's lightning bolt shoes. Isn't that great? I should note this is very different from the original Japanese release, where there was some goddess who gave Ristar to the people, not Ristar's dad. That wasn't even a character in the original Japanese release. I don't know why it was changed, but look at all these neat collectibles we managed to get along the way. We didn't get nearly all of them, but hey, we didn't do too bad. And you'll notice that these passwords here are kind of hinting towards other things you can unlock, including a boss rush mode, a harder mode, stuff like that. And that's really all the 100% completion there is in this game amounts to, is just boss rush modes, harder difficulties, nothing crazy. You know, maybe it's worth it, hey. I'll leave that for you guys to find out. In the meantime, I have to move on to other franchises, so thank you so much for watching my Ristar playthrough. I hope you all enjoyed. I will see you all next time. Bye now.